Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram, he's at AnonymousRealityTV. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are talking about DDG getting asked to be on Love Island. No. This is very weird. And now it explains a lot of things, you guys. We're gonna get into it. But I thought it was interesting, right? As you can see in the picture on your screens, there's a picture a couple of days ago where Halle Bailey had met Ace from Love Island USA Season 7, right? Ace, he is famous influencer on TikTok that has done dance battles. So him and Mel from the Spice Girls, Scary Spice, they were hosting a final world dance competition and everything else. However, it was pre-final festivities a couple of days ago in which Halle Bailey attended. And Halle Bailey is a huge Love Island fan. Another receipt that is in here is the following. So the following, this is back in 2023, you guys. So around the time her and DDG likely would have been together still, right? So somebody asked her who her favorite Love Island characters were and everything else, because around this time, this was when the UK Season 10 was airing. So nonetheless, Halle responded, I like Whitney and Ella, right? And this is interesting coming full circle, because there was a contestant on this season of Love Island where a lot of people said the Love Islander Shelly looked a lot like Halle Bailey. They said that she looked like Ryan Destiny and she looked like Halle Bailey and Karaoke were like the three names that kept coming up. And since Shelly has met Ryan Destiny and has met Karaoke, right? Multiple times. But nonetheless, we're going to get into this clip about DDG talking about being asked for Love Island, because I found it interesting that this past season in particular, DDG's brother Dub kept saying, you are GAY if you're a man and you watch Love Island. He was at a Target or somewhere or at some type of store and stood in front of the line for females, pads and tampons, and said that you wear this if you watch Love Island, like throwing all of this shade. But now we're going to listen to DDG and him allegedly being reached out and contacted to be on Love Island. This is a very bizarre story, you guys.
Love Island, they reached out to me to be on that bitch.
You say no?
I can't go on no damn show kissing nobody, bro.
I would have done it.
What I look like being on Love Island?
Facts. It's like
it's like, all right, nigga, we've been watching you since you was 18.
And now you're on
What the fuck
Love
you doing on Love Island kissing everybody, bro?
See, I feel like that's the difference between.
This puts DDG's dating show under a whole nother perspective, under a whole nother level of a microscope. Did you do your own, quote, version of Love Island where there was zero romance, zero romantic connection, zero kissing, zero intimacy, zero anything, because you, one, wanted to basically throw a shot to Love Island that you could create your own show, but two, you wanted to get Halle Bailey's attention, that you could create anything yourself and whatever else. Like this whole thing now is very weird and very bizarre. But I just have a question to the casting of Love Island. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? How did it come to a point that you decided that DDG should be a good candidate for you to contact to be on Love Island? What was the process? What was the thought process at all? As if DDG does not have an active custody battle case, does not have an active restraining order against him, his, serious accusations of DV, serious, images of Halle Bailey's bruised arms, and who knows what other type of alleged incidents that Halle Bailey has in the vault that could also speak to DDG's alleged ABUSE against Halle Bailey. And for the show to think, you know what? We don't care about any of that. We're still going to give him a call. We don't care of any of what, any of the allegations are. We think that he is going to be great for our show. No. Make it make sense. And this is just where I don't understand. But DDG, at this point, just confirm that you're with India Love. Just say that India Love is your girlfriend, is your entanglement, is your situationship. Just confirm it for the people. Because that's the real reason you don't want to kiss anybody. If you were single and you had no attachments to anybody, you would not be saying this foolishness. But for whatever reason, you just don't want to come out and say that India Love is your girlfriend. Like make it make sense. Jay Cinco has no problem claiming Lala as his girlfriend and doing a girlfriend proposal and everything else. Why can't you just claim India Love? Oh, I know why. Because her reputation precedes her. And recently, allegedly, there might have been a link up mixed in there with Shiloh Sanders and whomever else as well. So publicly claiming her like that is a cramp on your style, right? Because it makes you look weird, right? But nonetheless, what other reason is there? There's no other reason, to deny an opportunity like that. It gets way more views than your streams. It gets billions of views for the Peacock streaming service, you guys. Literally, even just the spin-off Love Island Games had over 400 million viewers. That is exposure that DDG does not have. That is viewership that DDG does not have, you guys. So, nonetheless, this whole, I don't really want to kiss anybody. No. You know that, number one, you're involved in some capacity with India Love. You know, too, that you lose your temper too quickly and too easily, and that would be exploited quick, fast, in a hurry. You know what's funny? I feel like if Jay Cinco was single, he would do it. If he was single and he got asked, he would do it. But nonetheless, when you look back to the show, even though his show, Are You My Ball, there was a lot of similarities that you could take, that you could tell that he watched the Love Island show. So even though his brother Dub throws shade at men who watch Love Island, DDG definitely was watching Love Island, and specifically was watching Love Island when he was with Halle Bailey. And I'm surprised he didn't agree to be on Love Island just to spite Halle Bailey, because she's a big fan of that show. But the reason his rationale is he, quote, doesn't want to kiss anybody, no. That's because you're allegedly kissing India Love. That's because you're allegedly entangled with India Love in some capacity, and going on an actual dating show where they're expecting you to kiss and do everything else, you would fail. And you would get sent home. They would kick you out quick, fast, in a hurry, because they would say you're not participating with what the confines of the show is supposed to, require. But nonetheless, there was so many similarities, and I just couldn't fathom how he kept saying this is supposed to be like Flavor of Love, and I was like, it's giving low-budget version of Love Island, right? And we've got another version that's low-budget of Love Island that's coming out, I believe, today, called Love Cabin. No. So, nonetheless, I just want to know what y'all think about this. DDG for Love Island, allegedly, according to him. Halle Bailey, this is one of the shows that she's tuned into and she's plugged into and watches and everything else and would have been watching while her and DDG were together per this comment. So, none of the less, what do y'all think of this? What do y'all make of this in the comments? I personally could not see DDG on Love Island, just like I couldn't see the foolishness that he was doing on his own show, Are You My Ball, because nothing about it was authentic, nothing about it was real. If you're not going to get to know anybody for real, what's the point? If you're not going to end up dating anybody for real, what was the point? And then going on Black Boy Max's show too, which you actually had better chemistry with Deja than what you do in India Love. But again, it falls in line with maybe you don't like, you know, a certain complexion of women. So nonetheless, that was never going to work. And there you are. You're back with India Love. You're back with India Love. You saw Halle was dropping her solo album and she gave a release date. Now all of a sudden, here comes India Love. No. Then you try to throw shade at Halle Bailey and spread falsified statements in the song 17 More Years, and then have the audacity to still say that you still love her and you still want to be with her and all of this and all of that, and trying to act like you don't know who her man is. No. Absolutely not. So nonetheless, that's it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the line. It's the end of the road for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.